Alrighty. Part two of Let the Camera Roll. We'll see how it works out. Well, as you see on the table, I've gotten the frame drawn out, and I actually have some degrees here that will kind of reference points to give me an idea. And this is upside down, so we'll see how it works. So anyway, I've already cut the two middle pieces, and so I line them up to exactly where they're supposed to be, right? We'll take the top one off because it's just redundant. What's going on the bottom? And so, look at the angle. I'll show you. Look at the angle. Let's see. All right. So, it's pretty good. This side, pretty good. And so now what I'm going to do, cut 2x6s, and then cut the, well, not 2x6, that's actually a 2x5, but it's 5 inches by 1 3/8, quarter, whatever the hell it is. And this is my 3-inch piece, right? So we're going to cut those and get those measurements. And I've got the camera leaning. So you could say, well, I got the degrees, why not you take the degrees off? Well, I find it a little bit easier to just line the wood up where it's supposed to be, right? And I take scrap, blocks, also line it up on the bottom here, and there's another one. Small scrap, and I actually put it on the table and I line it on my edge. So I know what this is the edge here, then when I put that up, it should be right on top. And I'll align that to my edge as well. I use a square, and I know you probably think this is crazy, but I just prefer doing it this way. Because believe it or not, this is not a science project. It's a work of art. So sometimes the angles that say they're going to be one thing on a piece of paper, and even a little bit in reality, turn out to be something a little different. So let me put this piece in place first. And I've got it along the lines. Right? I'm going to set this, line it up, flush on the face, and then I'm going to line it up with the marks that I've got on the table by a little bit of eyeballing and using the square, flush on the front. So push it over, it looks good. Over here, check it out. Looks good. Right. Within reason, within tolerance. And I'll take my pencil and simply mark that wood. That way, it'll be perfect. Well, it's perfect as it's going to be. What we're doing. All right. More fascinating footage of cutting. Don't you love it? So, put that there. As we start to discover. I wonder if you can see that. Are you seeing it? Yeah, you're seeing it. As we start to discover angle is, I hope you can see that. A little off. Eyeball magic. A little bit more. You seeing that? Good. Here comes the test cut. I think it's a little bit off. Comes a test cut. How about let's plug this all in first. I had to break this video up. I had to take my daughter to a party for 5 and 6 year olds. So I had to put my saw away, run across town, take her to the party, and come back. So, gotta be a father. And that's my most prized title. Look at that test cut. You can see it's a little bit off. A little bit off. Just a hair. Now see, if I adjust it, might adjust it too much or too little. So the question is, should I adjust it? Or should I leave it alone? I'm going to take a chance and adjust it just a smidge. Just a smidge. And then I'm going to go ahead and make my cut. Put it on the line. And here we go. And perfect. The pencil mark is gone. You see it? It's a little bit there. So that's a 64th or some other infinitesimal distinction. Here we go. Put that on those lines. Down there. Lined up. Beautiful. That. Voila. Carpentry. What you really seeing is a shadow there. But that's a perfectly good joint. All right. So that's enough of this video stuff for the day. This is going to be, I don't know if I'm going to do this one and one more or what. It's been a pretty pleasant day, pretty peaceful. Thanks for your comments and following along. And that's it. Enough carpentry for the day, right? So, until next time, which hopefully won't be today. Peace and blessings. If you want to volunteer to come videotape, let me know. All right? Especially when we start putting those frames together. It'll be a lot of good stuff to get. And I don't know if any of you follow SV Seeker. This guy out in the Midwest was building this beautiful big steel boat. It's a work boat. He invites folks to stay with him. And I'm thinking about doing something similar. I've got an apartment at my home that I could let people stay at for free labor. And you know, I'll feed you. I'm gonna work it too. Later on down the line when we get some really good production kind of activities going on. So if you want to volunteer, let me know. And yeah, come stay at the boatyard. I'm a pretty good cook too, so I'll feed you well. You see, I'm no small guy, right? So on a Saturday, get out and do something. All right? Peace and blessings.